Hi everybody, it is Nat and today I'm here with another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some popular books that I haven't read. Now I read quite a lot, but I don't feel like I'm someone who always reads like on trend. I kind of am definitely the type of person to just read whatever I want to read. So that being said, there's quite a lot of popular books that I have not read. But I thought this would be a fun video to do for you guys and just kind of show some random popular books that I have yet to read. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into the video. Alright, the first series that I'm going to show you is the second Percy Jackson series, and now I've read the first one, but I have not read the second one. So I don't know, I need to reread the first one. I read that in middle school and it has been a long time since I read it, so if I do continue on with this series, I will need to reread the first one. But yeah, I don't really know why I haven't read this series because I really like Percy Jackson and I know I'm gonna love this series. Like I'm definitely a fan of middle grade novels, except I think this is technically YA. I could be wrong though. Yeah, so I don't know why I haven't read it, but at this point now it's like I'm gonna have to do a lot of reading to be able to read it. So we will see when I get around to this one. I don't know too much about this series, but I just do know that it follows Percy when he's a little older, I believe, and just kind of more of the adventures that he gets into, so I know I'm gonna love it. I just need to read it. And next up I have The Lord of the Rings, and this definitely sounds like a type of series that I would have read ages ago, but I just never got around to it. I feel like, quite honestly, I didn't even know what Lord of the Rings was for a long time. I definitely have seen the movies and I absolutely love them, but I really want to read the books so that I can have that that fangirl moment. Like not even fangirl, but so I can be like truly obsessed with the books and like the whole story in general, and then I'm gonna want to rewatch the movies. But yeah, I really like the movies and I just need to read the books. I just am kind of intimidated by them. I don't know a lot of, well, I mean I know a lot of like booktubers who have read them, but in like my everyday life I am like one person who has read them, but I mean she loves them, so I just need to do it. I have them on audiobook, so I think maybe this year I will get around to them, listen to them on audiobook, but I know I'm gonna love this series. I just, for whatever reason, haven't read it. Next up I have the Anna and the French Kiss trilogy, which has a few different books, but this is, I feel like, one of the most popular contemporary books on BookTube. I remember when I first joined, when I first started like watching BookTube videos, I feel like this series was like all anybody was ever talking about. I remember there was like the huge stink when they did like the cover changes, and just I feel like this is like one of like the first books that I've heard about from BookTube, and so because of that I'm so surprised that I haven't read it. And I love contemporary too, so I do need to read it, but I have a lot of books to read, so I don't know when I would get around to this series. But yeah, I'm just so surprised I haven't read it because, like I said, I feel like that's like all anybody was talking about for a while, and I love contemporary, so I feel like it would be like something that made sense for me to pick up. But yeah, Anne and the French Kiss, just a popular book I haven't read. This next one I'm also surprised that I haven't read, but that is The Vampire Academy, and I know like when I was younger I would go to the bookstore and like see these books everywhere, and I always thought about reading it because I'm a big fan of vampires. Like ever since Twilight I have loved vampire books. I have read so many, but I never read Vampire Academy. I don't know why. I mean, I read House of Night. I've read a lot of other vampire books, but yeah, I never got around to Vampire Academy, which I don't know, maybe it was the covers. Like, it honestly could be the covers, but I know like everybody on BookTube is obsessed with this series, so I need to read it. But there's a lot of books in it, so I just don't know if I will ever get to that. And finally is a book that I think this is probably one that I want to read the most out of this series because I feel like it's like a classic reader book. I feel like no matter what type of books you like when you started reading, pretty much no matter what your reading habits are, I feel like most readers have read this book, and that is The Book Thief. Yeah, I've never read it. I don't know why. I don't even really remember it like growing up. I mean, I remember like a lot of people did read it, but it was never something that I thought about reading. Just never something that was really on my radar. And then once I got into BookTube, I saw like so many people. This is like one of their like childhood books. Like this is one of the books that like, got them into reading, and I just never read it, which is crazy to me. But yeah, I have never read The Book Thief, which is like a super popular book among readers. So alright, I think that is going to be it for this video. It was a quick little fun one, but thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below any popular books that you haven't read. I would love to know, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!